So let's talk about how to go about buying your domain, setting it up, making sure that you got all your records right, and warming it up so that you can go about doing cold email. So guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, please drop a like, comment and subscribe, and make sure you turn on that little notification bell so you get notified whenever I drop a upload. So guys, in today's video, what I want to do is jump into my computer and show you exactly how you should go about buying your domains, setting it up and making sure that it's optimized and making sure that it has its prime maximum deliverability. I'm also going to show you how you warm up your domain, and then I'm going to show you also how to kind of go about sending cold emails out of them. So without any further ado guys, let's jump straight into my computer. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to set up your records, how to buy your domain, where you should buy your domain from, and all that stuff. So without any further ado, let's jump straight in. Okay, so guys, now we're in my computer. I just want to show you how you go about setting up your domain, making sure that it's optimized, making sure that you've set up your profile picture, all of that stuff, setting up your records, because I know that it's a little bit confusing, and I wanted to make this to be like a be all end all video so that you can basically get your domain set up ready for cold outreach, whether that's to the e-commerce space, whether that's to local businesses such as dentists, real estate agents. You get the idea guys. So the first thing you're going to do guys is you're going to go to domains.google.com/register/search. So basically all you do is go to Google Domains, click get a new domain, and then what you're going to do is type in your ideal domain. Now when it comes to getting your domain guys, here's what you need to do. Don't think too much about this, because I know that you guys are probably going to want some sort of branded domain where it sounds super cool, but guys, trust me, this domain you're probably going to throw it away very soon. That's the mindset you need to come in with this, as in you're probably going to burn this domain out anyway, so don't even worry about what it's actually called. Make the domain basically something that's pertaining to your niche. So for example, if you're going to be doing outreach to e-commerce businesses, name it something like ecom boost or ecom growth. Obviously ecom growth and boost have probably been taken, but you guys get the idea. I'm just going to give you an example, ecom/example or something like that. Now guys, what you're going to do is use Google Domains. The reason why I use Google Domains is because Google Domains is what we're going to, G Suite is what we're going to be using anyway, and Google owns G Suite of course and own Gmail. So I don't recommend going to a third party registrar if you will, which is like GoDaddy, 123 Domains, any of those third party places. I don't recommend you do that because there's going to be more setup to do. If you keep it within Google Domains, trust me, it's going to be so much more easier, and you're going to have way more of a fun time actually setting this stuff up, because I know it can be a little bit complicated setting up like MX records and all that sort of stuff if you go to a third party place. So what you're going to do guys as well, because I know this confuses a lot of people. Let's say that you already have a domain. Yes, you still want to buy another domain. I know that sounds confusing, but if you, for example, have ecomexample.com as your actual website for your social media marketing agency or for your business, you still want to go about getting another domain. Now, this doesn't mean a different domain. So if I had Montel at exampleecom.com and then I changed this to and just gave myself a different alias like CEO at ecomexample.com, that is not a new domain. That is what you call an alias. So that it doesn't matter if you go and create another email address and it's called like John, for example, at ecomexample.com. That's not another domain. That's what you call an alias on the same domain. This is the domain I'm highlighting here. So yes, you want to go about creating a new domain, as in if you already have this as your website, what you would do is have this as your email outreach. You would have this domain for your email outreach, and then what you would do is redirect this to your actual website. No, it sounds confusing, but let's just go ahead and start buying some domains. So to buy a domain, it's super easy. All you do is click on the ending you want. I recommend you stick to like .coms, .net, .org, .io, .uk. You can use that if you're reaching out to businesses in the UK. I've noticed that when you reach out to e-commerce businesses, for example, in the US, and you have like a UK based domain, or you said that you're in the UK or something like that, they kind of shun away from that because you're all the way over in the UK, and they think like, okay, we're if you're in the UK, you don't really know the climate online around the US and how we like to market. We're completely different. You're all the way over on the other side of the pond and we're over here. So if I was you, I'd just stick to like .nets, .orgs, .io, .info, that sort of stuff, guys. So again, I'm just gonna say it one more time. Yes, you want to buy a second domain if you already have a domain, because you don't want to use your website domain for cold email outreach. The reason being is because you're going to ruin your sender's reputation if you go about doing that. So again, if you have this domain as your website and that actually is where your website lives, so if somebody goes this domain here and it loads up your agency's website, don't use this as your actual email address. So your email at, don't use this as your actual email for your cold outreach. You would use this email for talking to your existing clients and talking to them about payments, stuff like that, but don't use this as your email domain. You would actually use this, for example. You would use this as your email domain. So all you want to do to buy a domain, again, is come to Google Domains, type in a domain that you would like, for example, and as you can see, we've got an exact match here. Sometimes you don't even need to put the ending on, and what it will do is actually give you the endings. So for example, I'm just going to pretend I'm going to buy the .net. All you would do is add that to your cart, and then what you would do is obviously go to your cart and check out. Once you check out, guys, what you want to do is make sure you buy G Suite. You don't want to be using, you don't want to be, for example, you don't want to be using, a Gmail for your actual email address, which is why we've gone through this whole thing and bought a domain in the first place anyway. So I should have probably mentioned that from the beginning. But guys, yes, you want to make sure that you are going to buy G Suite. Now, just buy the cheapest version of it, which is like the starter, I think it's called. Then you want to basically buy that. Once you've bought that, guys, what you want it to do is actually set up your records. Now, the records you want to set up are your DKIM and your DMARC records. The reason why we use actual Google domains to actually buy our domains is because first of all, it's within the ecosystem of Google, which is cool. You want to make sure that you set up your records. Your SPF record, which is another reason why we use Google domains. Your SPF record, basically a spoofing thing where it stops email recipients thinking that your email's being sent from spam and stuff like that. I don't know exactly how it works, but trust me, you want to make sure you set up your DKIM records, your SPF records, and your DMARC records. And again, the reason why we use Google domains is because, well, one of the reasons is your SPF record is already set up. As soon as you buy a domain, you buy G Suite and you log into it. By the way, you have to log into your G Suite and stuff like that and set up your actual G Suite and your email. Very easy to do. All you have to do is log in. They give you a temporary password. You change your password, you log back in, and then everything's good to go basically at that point. Then what you do is you come here to the domains.google and you actually go to your old domains. You click on the domain you just bought. You come into the DNS settings here. As you can see the links here. So it would look like this, for example. Then what you want to do, guys, is set up your DMARC record first. Well, you can set up any of your records first. It doesn't really matter which one comes first. But your DMARC record, what you want to do is create a new text type in here. I know it sounds a little bit difficult, but all you do is go down here, create a text type, click on this, and then the name of it would be _DMARC in here, and then the IPv4 address would actually be this right here with the I'm not too sure if you need the quotation marks. Don't quote me on that, but I'll leave this in the description anyway, so you can set up your domain. As you can see here, I have something additional down here that you don't need to really utilize yet. But as you can see, guys, this is exactly how you would set up your custom tracking domain with a software called Lemlist. If you're going to use Lemlist, I recommend you get this. If you're not, you don't need to worry about this. I'll be showing you how to use Lemlist in a second, but yes, you would definitely need to use this. This is 100% necessary to do this. Again, it's just a CNAME record. You put track in here and you put custom.lemlist.com on your domain, and then you follow the instructions on Lemlist anyway. So that's how you go about setting up your DMARC record. Now, to set up your DKIM record, all you'd have to do is go here. I'll leave this in the description as well. All you have to do is follow these steps here, but basically all you have to do is go to these steps here. As you can see, it says step 1 in your Google admin console. You just go to this link here. Basically, you then click on authenticate, and then basically at that point it's done. You basically select if you want 2048 bit keys, or you want a 1024 bit key. I'm not going to basically explain the difference because I don't know this sort of stuff. I'm not that much of a geek. I just know that you definitely want to make sure that you have these records set up. So all you have to do is follow this step right here, and you will basically have a DKIM key or record set up, so that you're basically, this is by the way, guys, the reason why you want to do this is so that your email is authentic. It makes sure that your deliverability is at its prime, at its maximum. And yes, you want to do this. I know it sounds a little bit technical and a little bit geeky and stuff like that, but yes, it is very important. Now, once you've actually created created your actual Gmail, you set up your records and stuff like that, before you start sending emails, what you want to do is edit your personal information. Now, I'm gonna have to block some of this information obviously out of this, but basically what you want to do is make sure that you have, first of all, a professional profile picture on your actual domain. This basically tells Google that you're a real person. Then what you're gonna do is make sure you have your actual, your first name and last name. You're gonna input your birthday, your gender, and then what you're gonna do is also put your phone number in there, your actual real phone number. So yes, you're gonna actually put your real phone number in there, guys, so that you basically look authentic to Google. Now, to change your actual profile photo on Google, it's a little bit difficult. I don't know why they've made it a little bit difficult, but basically all you have to do is type in how to change my profile picture G Suite, and then basically all you have to do is go and basically Google one of these things, because I know it's a little bit difficult to actually change your profile picture. I don't know why Google's made it so difficult, but you have to change, you have to go into like the admin and then change it all for users to like, it's like a setting where it's like it's super confusing, guys, but like you have to change your settings to allow users to change their photo, and then you then go back in and then change your photo like that. It's a little bit weird, I know, but you want to make sure you have all this basic information set up so that you basically look legit to Google. So again, when it comes to your domain as well, guys, like I said, you want to make sure that your email domain, which is this one right here, for example, if I go and paste this into Google, what's going to happen is my agency website will actually pop up. Now, the reason for this, guys, is because think about it, when you're actually doing outreach to people using a domain like this, for example, people are going to be like curious as to what you say. If you have a good messaging, if you have good messaging, you've sparked a nerve and you've your messaging sharp, what people will do is they will copy, for example, let's just say that this says, I'm just going to type it in here, Montel at ecomwave.com. So let's say you receive an email from me talking about marketing, helping your e-commerce business. What's going to happen is if I strike a nerve, you're going to be like, okay, so who the hell is this Montel dude? What they'll do is they'll come into your domain, they'll copy the ending bit, and then they'll paste it into Google like so, and then that will redirect to your website, which is a funnel. You should definitely have a funnel if you are trying to take this business seriously. You don't really need one at the very beginning. You can definitely get clients without one, but it does help. So, and the reason how you the way how you do that is in your domain settings, in your admin section, you go to where it says redirect, what your website is, and all you have to do is type in the naked domain redirects to your actual website. Basically, you can change your redirects and stuff like that, but as you can see, it redirects to my actual website. Now, once you've done all of that, I highly recommend you go and get a free trial of Lemlist to warm up your domain. So Lemlist has a feature called Lemwarm. So all you have to do is go to lemlist.com, I believe it is, lemlist.com, and then sign up for Lemlist using your domain, what you've just bought, plug that domain in, set up your custom tracking. Highly recommend you set up custom tracking first. Custom tracking is this thing again. Let me just quickly go back to the tab where it is. This is custom tracking right here. So it's like a CNAME record with the custom.lemlist.com on the end of it. And then what you want to do is go to Lemlist, sign up, create custom tracking, then go to settings, go to Lemwarm. I believe it's actually called just Lemwarm, warm up. And then what you want to do is follow this guide. I'll probably leave this in the description as well. But basically all you have to do is follow this guide. And basically what it does is, as you can see, it actually is only available for paid plans. I still recommend you use this, by the way, even though it's paid plan. Lemlist, you can get the cheapest version of it for like $29 or something like that a month. Super cheap for what it does. But Lemwarm basically warms up your email so that you can actually go about sending out emails at like a very high scale when you want to scale this up to like over 50 emails a day. So what you do with Lemwarm is you put in your email, and this is what it basically does. Lemwarm is basically like an engagement group of all the users that are using Lemwarm on Lemlist like server basically. And what it does is basically emails back and forth all the other users. So your email will be having conversations without you having to do anything automatically with other Lemwarm users basically, and it basically like fools Google into thinking that you're having real back and forth conversations with people, which is how you would naturally warm up your email anyway. You'd have conversations with people and you would basically reply to those, and it looks like it's having a real conversation with a real person. It basically generates a bogus message that basically imitates human behavior. So basically it looks very real to the algorithms of Google, and it shows Google that you're using your domain in the right way and that you're not a spammer. And it basically helps you with your deliverability, and it keeps not only does it warm it up, but it keeps your email warm as well. So that's what I highly recommend you do. With that, guys, I probably could have charged you fucking at least $500 for that shit. I'm not joking. There's courses out there that this is basically what they teach. I'm just giving you this all for free. Once you've done all this, by the way, guys, you want to make sure that you start off sending out emails at a very slow rate. I would actually just send out 10 to 20 emails a day and then start ramping it up after you've finished your Lemlist warm-up. So Lemlist warm-up basically does this. You set your Lemwarm stuff, you basically connect your email, go to Lemwarm, and it will start sending emails. But what you can do is set how many emails you want it to increase by each day. So let's say on the first day it only sends out 3 emails. On the next day, and you can set this interval basically, you can set it to send an additional 2 emails each and every day as each day goes past. So day 2 would actually be 5 emails. Day 3 you would send 7 emails. Day 4 would obviously be 9 emails. You get the idea, guys. So that's how you go about warming up your email address. And then once you do that, you can obviously then start sending huge amounts of emails. Don't go too crazy with it, guys. I've heard people sending like 500 emails a day and stuff like that. I personally have seen my email, just one of my emails just get blacklisted. Well, not blacklisted, actually. It actually just started going to spam after like 80 emails a day. That's probably because I didn't have tracking domain, and probably because I didn't have my SPF records and stuff like that set up. Well, I had my SPF record set up. I just didn't have my DKIM and my DMARC record set up. And I also was just sending really crappy emails anyway. So yes, all those things do help, but I don't think you should still go over like 500 emails a day. I actually have to do more research into this and let you guys know how many emails you should be sending safely without getting your emails hit spam. So that being said, guys, that's how you go about setting up your email. I'll see you back on camera. So guys, now you know how to go about setting up your email the right way, and this is the way you should definitely follow. Make sure you got your DKIM records set up, all those records I just mentioned set up. Make sure you buy your domains from Google. Make sure you're not using the same domain as your website. Yes, again, I'm going to stress it. You want to have 2 domains. One that's obviously your website, where your actual website lives. You don't want to use that email as an email. You don't want to use that domain as an email domain, because it's going to, when you start getting marked as spam, it's going to actually hinder your sender's reputation. And because it's on your website, you're going to have to change your whole website over to a new domain if you have to buy a new domain, which is a pain in the ass, of course. So just go and get another domain. It only costs you like $4. It's actually £4.60, so it's like $5, $6, something like that a month. I forgot to mention that G Suite is actually, I actually forgot to mention that G Suite is actually $6 a month. So yes, you want to be paying for G Suite $6 a month. It's very, very cheap for what an email can actually do for you and your business. So that being said, guys, go out there, start sending out cold emails. Make sure you warm up your domain using Lemlist first, of course. Make sure you set up these records like I said. That being said, guys, I look forward to actually hearing back from you guys and hearing how you set up your domains. If you've had success with this, please let me know. Also, if you want any help with any of this sort of stuff, this is all taught in my 4-week mentorship program, which is a 4-week program, intense program, where it's very intimate. It's just me and you one-on-one, and I'm basically helping you build your agency together with you. It's a done with you program. It's not a pre-recorded BS course like these quote-unquote gurus sell. It's actually a one-on-one program where you get to see me live on screen, turn up each and every week to an actual call, and we are together building your agency. Again, it's a done with you program. You get to see behind the screens, all of that good stuff. If you're interested in that, I'll leave the link below to that in like the first comment section or something like that. If not, just DM me on Instagram and we can help get you set up within the program. With that being said, guys, I hope you've enjoyed. Please don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.